Hello there and welcome to the Blackwood Vale. This is Crusader Kings 3 with the Game of Thrones mod, and I'm going to be starting in the 284 bookmark as the House of Blackwood. Now with this campaign I'm going to try and roleplay to the best of my ability, but I'm not going to hold myself back so much with expansion. When you have a character who is maybe brave but honourable and just, it might not make so much sense to declare war on your neighbours, but I will not be holding back so much of that. But I will try to play into the, say, brave and just and honourable traits in other ways. Before we get started though, let me just bring attention to some of the beauty on this mod. River Run down here is beautiful. This isn't the only place. I'm going to take a quick little look around some areas, and when you download the mod yourself you can go in and have a look a bit closer. But the area up here, situated on top of the mountain with all of the fortresses on the way up, I'm sure that is an absolute killer of attrition. And up north there was two things in particular up here. Of course you got every major city in the game just is stunning, and it has the characteristics described in the novels, and it's a shame we never got to see White Harbour in the show really. But if we go all the way up here, you know, the wall looks just like in the show, which is terrific. But what I really was impressed with, if you go up to the Kingdom of the Fen over here, it has the hot springs all around, and it even has old Celtic style fortresses here. I thought this was terrific. The mod makers really have put a lot of hard work into this. And what is this? I didn't see this the first time, but it looks like some sort of cave. Excellent, this is terrific. I really am impressed. It's absolutely stunning. Oh, of course there was Bear Island as well, yes. When Bear Island was introduced on the show and it had that nice waterfall, I'm not sure if that was done on purpose, but it really is terrific here. But anyway, let's get down to it. So we are the House of Blackwood. We are an old god's house starting our life, well, we're not starting, but I am starting my campaign down here as a religious minority, and I'm going to try to expand our religious beliefs. We are going to convert lands around us which are not the correct religion. We do have a lot of these Riverlanders who don't follow our religion around here. These guys, they do follow the old gods though, the House of Bias, so we'll try and make them our friends. We start off with a relatively decent sized dynasty here. There's no offshoots, just lots and lots of Blackwoods. My original character here, the Lord... is it Lord Tytos? Let me just double check here. Lord Tytos, yes. We are a martial-based individual. I'm not going to be messing around with that. I'm going to pick the focuses, not which are the most gamey, but which are most fitting for our characters. So we are going to be a martial man. Let's go ahead and martial experience per month. That's the same across the board, but you only gain us 3 martial, you gain us 3 prowess. Now prowess might be a bit more useful if I am going to be going on the front line, so I'm going to go with the chivalric focus over here. We've already started down the gallant tree, and we maybe will want to keep going down here. Never back down, household guard, the extra captains will be great. Let's go ahead and take a look at who are our current captains. We don't have any accolades at the moment. We have Uncle Quentin here. He has a wife and he has quite a family of his own. Being old gods, we do also allow women to fight. Terrific. That gives us more warm bodies to throw at our enemies. I'm all for equality if it means people dying at my expense. Well, at the expense of me gaining riches. Excellent. A few random lords of these houses around me, which have their placeholder sigils at the moment, but it's not the worst placeholder. I'm sure we'll get some interesting sigils coming around as we expand our realm. Oh, you don't have an heir. Maybe I should force you to be on the front line so I can inherit your castle. That might be good. Excellent. Levies, we're pretty strong. We do have a lot of river bows. I think bowmen are exactly what you want to have in the Riverlands. They are known for their bowmen, especially the Blackwoods, are they not? There was a squadron of them who were holding out very well in the novels. Blackwood bowmen. I think after the Riverlands went down the drain a bit with the Freys taking over and the Lannisters moving in, I think the Blackwood bowmen were doing a very good job at holding out. Well, let's increase that by 100. Let's get an extra few men in here, and let's spend a bit extra money on some mangonels. I do want to be sieging at some point. Mangonels are effective up to fort level 10, 5, and then here 15. Maybe for the extra money it is worth having you guys in a bit more. Plus 0.3 per day, 0.2. I am actually going to spend the extra money. We're going to get some trebuchets, some tree buckets. I think that'll be terrific. And we're going to station the river bows over here in our capital. Excellent. That doesn't leave me with too much money left, and I did want to start to expand. My main goals of expansion right away is I don't like how this border is. I think that our realm should follow the river. This is the Trident here, and I believe that we should own this entire peninsula of the Trident. So that involves going to war with the House of Page and the House of Chambers. We'll be needing a bit of an alliance to go into there. We, of course, are stronger initially, but they can gain their own friends. The Malisters over here are very strong, and of course there are the Freys if you want to sign a deal with the devil themselves. Malister Lord is relatively young. If I am to get a betrothal with one of his children, we'll have an alliance for a very, very long time, and it would secure our border to the north. Let's have a look. I have a son who is 4, a son who is 3, and a son who is 1, so only 3 sons. The Lord here does have a daughter who is 6. She's a bit older than my sons, but 6 and 4, it's only a 2-year age difference. It's not so bad. I also do have a sister, but she is herself a bit too old for this man's son here, Lord Patrick. Yo, you are Jason. Okay, Jason or Patrick. He was friends with Brandon Stark, was he not? And it didn't end too well? I think so, because doesn't Jason have a different son by the time you get to the events of the main story? If you are not so familiar with the timeline, this is 16 years set before the show. This is the this is when Robert is first becoming a king. There's no Targaryen in charge, there's no civil war, but there is King Robert. And Queen Cersei, of course. We'll have to see what colour hair their children end up having, but yes, for now let's try and make an alliance with the Malisters. It's not that bad of an age gap. We'll see if we can arrange a marriage between their son and my... oh, sorry, no, their daughter and my oldest son and heir. They will go for it. Excellent. Well, 4,000 men is quite the alliance. I'm also going to try and roleplay in the way that I'm not going to make giant random alliances across the map. I'm going to try and keep it how I feel the world would be a bit more historical. So local alliances, especially for my lesser children who won't be so... they won't be so prestigious of a marriage for other houses. I do have a sister, however, and she does need to be married. I also have brothers, but both already have wives, lowborn wives. My sister, let's see if we can marry her off to a good house. It's actually House Went. House Went, she might be cursed if she goes there, but Simon Went, he is a decent knight, and the Wents are very, very powerful. They alone have over 5,000 men, so that there is a very, very attractive marriage. Otherwise, there's Riverlanders here. There are the Freys, but they're a little bit weaker. There's many more options for House Frey as well. Otherwise, Mootons. No, Mooton is not so much of a bad match, but he is much older. I think the House Went match is very, very attractive. They are similar age. Oh, no, we don't want a matrilineal match. I'm not going to do silly things like that. She's nowhere near in line for the realm, so there's no need for her to have a matrilineal marriage. We'll go ahead and send a proposal to House Went there. Send for a maester. Yeah, we should do that. And what do we have here? A request loan from Bank of Brovos. I will not be doing that if I don't have to. Let's go ahead and check out my cancel and make sure that everyone is doing a job. You there, my wife, could you help manage my domain, please? Although you are very good at diplomacy, aren't you? But I much prefer money. I think we should be going for money. Excellent, this man here is doing his job. The marshal is not very good. Can I appoint somebody else? Hostine, my brother and admiral. Yes, can I make you the marshal, please? fire that man at once. He was god-awful. Gendry, my spy master, is doing his job there. Could you disrupt schemes? Yes, that'd be terrific. My seer, she'll be the one to fabricate claims, but we don't quite have the money to do so right now. The admiral, we want somebody who's stewardship-minded, so we'll go ahead and assign... Well, we could assign my uncle, and we'll get him towards increasing tax in the realm. Terrific. That is a great start. I can declare wars, I'm sure I can. I'm sure one day we will be going to war with Southstone, but I want to first build up my own power base before we start trying to mess around with these fellows over here. Excellent. Well, let's start the clock, shall we? For now, we don't have any extra holdings. It looks like we have some empty spaces, or just the one? Yes, we only have the one empty space if I do want to build another city here one day. Lushton. Yeah, there's only the one town. And there's a few castles, and there's a area here. Excellent. Well, let us hope we can get this money all sorted, and then... Ah, excellent. And I think we'll make our move on fair market, because the border gore here is just... it does not make sense. The new Maester of Raventree. The Maester I sent for from the Citadel has arrived in Raventree. A Reachman by the name of Valen. Let us hope he will be loyal and wise. Yes, I hope so too. Good. 30 gold? Are you taking the mick? 30 gold? You put me into debt over this man? This is ridiculous. Oh, it's definitely going to be a while until I am able to afford something, but our monthly income is very good. Let's just up the speed a bit here. And let's go and have a look at my court. So we want to look at my courtiers. We want to sort out who is an adult and who is unmarried. So Tytos, she is only my guest. I cannot arrange her a marriage. Lyanna, 53. Let's go ahead and see if we can... Oh, you are my mother. No, you'll not be finding a marriage. My aunt here, though, we can arrange a marriage for her. So let's see if we can find somewhere for her to go and retire. I'm not going to do the matrilineal marriages unless it is to a lowborn. So we could actually have a look, see if there's a lowborn knight around here, some older gentleman who would like to come in. She is a 43-year-old woman, so a man in his 40s, or within 5 years age difference, I think would make the most sense. Now let's see. There's a Cranogman of Bear Island. A Seer Brandon of Bear Island. He is a relatively decent fighter. Follows the old gods. Let's invite him over. He can retire here. My Maester cannot. My Seer, though, she can. Marriage. She's 59, so maybe another old man. Seer Willem. He's not bad of a fighter himself. Let's go ahead and bring him in. They're both lowborn, so I don't mind it is a matrilineal marriage there. We'll bring him down to help out. King Robert's Grand Tournament. Of course King Robert is having a Grand Tournament right off the bat. Why would he not? I could go down there. I could try to join in. Join King Robert's Tournament. Let's see how much it would set me back, because I don't exactly have money right now. I need to create a caravan master. This would cost me 10 gold. I actually have already spent my way out of this tournament. That's a shame. That is a shame. Maybe I should have held back a little bit there. You accept my marriage proposal? Oh, excellent. So Brandon here will come over and join me. Excellent. And so will Willem. Well, let's have a look at the acolytes. We can try to gain one. My uncle here we could make an acolyte. The Captain of Wrath. Really, the Captain of Raventree, perhaps. The Captain of Raventree, and he will... He brings in Marauder, so monthly prestige per dread, uncontrolled territory, attack advantage. So he's very good at attacking, and he's very good at... Well, he's very good at things I don't really need. What about Manipulator instead? This isn't really too useful. What if we were to go for Brandon instead? Or even Willem. Old man Willem? No, this doesn't make so much sense. He won't be around for too long. Edwin, if we were to choose you, Manipulator and Scoundrel. Again, not the best thing, so I'm actually not going to bother making an acolyte out of any of these men. None of their traits are too useful for us, so we're just going to go ahead and leave that on the back burner for now. We're in a very stable position. We have two very strong allies. Our potential foes here also have a very strong alliance, but their allies are further away. So where between them they have 8,000 men, or we'll have 8,000 just between us and Seaguard. Let's have a look. Grand Tournament. Where? Oh, they want me to host it. No, I will not be hosting anything until I decide to. Thank you very much. I do now have a bit of money though, so we are going to set our seer to go and fabricate a claim on Fair Market. And maybe later we'll have you convert some of these heathens. Is heathens the right word? Some of these Faith of the Seven followers around here, and we'll make ourselves a bit better. Oh, this guy actually holds 2 counties here. He's a very strong vassal, Lord Terrick. But you follow the incorrect religion, I'm afraid, Lord Terrick. It's just the... was it you over here? No, it's you down here who follows the correct religion. Excellent. Well, you do have an heir. 17, Sir Brendan. Do I have any nieces? No, I don't appear to have any nieces at the moment. But let's go and have a look at our... Siblings don't have children at the moment, but I do have an uncle who has quite the family here. Yes, he's a captain. He has a son, Dickon. This one will game in alliance, but I can try and find you a decent match. If we go for age difference, no difference, 5 and a religion. Follow our religion would be nice. Some Northmen. He's 13. Let's try and find somebody a bit closer in age. Sort by age. Mira, a Wolfswood woman. Well, we are from the Wolfswoods. Let's go ahead and offer him this wife here in the future. He'll be able to continue this cadet branch. We may be able to find him some land around here to create a cadet branch in the future. Mr. Dickon. Another cousin, Melenfa. Maybe these women in the future will go off and join other realms. Dangerous faction already. 3 members. Ah. Yes, the Faith of the Seven followers. We might have to put them down sooner rather than later. A shame. I would much rather be focusing my forces on claiming Fair Market. Fair Market is a very wealthy region. The Blade of the Last Hero. I have seen heathens fight. I know with what great viciousness they strike down the faithful. In the name of the last hero, I'll stand against him with the courage he grants me. Excellent. I gain the trait of Holy Warrior. Well, now it looks like it is role-playing to liberate Fair Market. My fanatical vassal, Lady Jonara, is known for her prowess in military matters, especially in areas where I found myself lacking. I can pay her to teach me. I likely gain the trait Reckless. I don't want the trait Reckless, but I lose prestige if I don't become Reckless. I'd rather become Reckless than lose the prestige. I don't have much of it at the moment. Ah. Well, there we go. We are now a Reckless man. Unexpected abundance. Although, as Lord, most of my attention rests on matters of governance. From time to time, commercial opportunities present themselves which provide and engage in diversion. One such opportunity has recently borne fruit. Far more fruit, so to speak, than anticipated. There's no reason I shouldn't keep the goods and sell them for a profit myself, and yet a wise liege must sometimes share amongst their vassals. Well, these vassals don't like me, so I think I will keep this all for myself, thank you very much, and I'll use this money to help put them down into their place. No, I don't want to claim the entire duchy. Yes, because it's all de jure. I don't really want to do that. I can't afford it either. Yes, we'll just be taking the claim on Fair Market. And we'll be going for it straight away before they make any more friends. He's only a 19-year-old boy, but he does have quite some forces. However, that will not be occurring this episode. If you want to see the invasion of Fair Market, you will have to tune in for the next episode, which hopefully will be uploaded the same time as this video was, but the next day. If it is not up the next day, it will be the day after. I just have to get back in the routine of editing and uploading and fixing out some thumbnails, and we'll be right to it. But I'm very excited for this campaign. I hope you are too. It's been quite a while since I've had some Game of Thrones content on the channel, and if you are looking to sponsor some of my campaigns, if you have a business, or if you just want to have a shout out, there you can contact me on the Discord and we can work something out. Thank you again for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.